Okay, so last time you all decided, hey, we're gonna go through that dungeon, try to find some gods, figure some shit out. You all had an amazing battle with a murder god, and made up with the blood dragon. After that, you tried to commune with his dead mother's coffin. One of your party members tried to release her. In doing so, you said that wasn't a good idea at all. When dear old Merkel said, "Hey, you shouldn't do that. Don't fuck around with that shit. It's not a good time." You decided
He said it'll
to.
be a fatal mistake, and I was like, oh, okay. Care to explain? And he's like, soul's unstable right now. It will explode, killing you all. And it's like, all right, cool, we're leaving.
And so, your party member tried to bring her out forcefully by evicting her from her home, like a COVID 19. What are they called again? Tenant? Yeah. Landlord. COVID 19 landlord. So, you went on back to your tavern. Party member snuck out at night. You had a long conversation with them. Convinced them it was not a good idea. And in anger, they disbanded your party and left to go do their own adventure.
Hmm. They tried to bring out the mother. Oh, goodness. I thought we agreed on that we weren't going to do that. Huh, strange.
They attempted to bring out the mother, thinking they would access the Akashic records through doing so, when I have never once linked my game to real life mysticism ever.
Oh. Yeah, I thought we just agreed. I thought we all agreed that we weren't going to do that. For the dragon's sake.
We got. She wanted to know more about the geysers, so she asked the dragon. The dragon was like, hey, actually, it's cool if you ask my mother. So it was like, well, I guess if we have permission. So we went down there, and we were planning to do that when we were told, no, bad idea, stop.
Big signals.
And then, yeah, we later found out she's not just like a woman of the church, she's like a former god, or at least people believed her to be. And that's partly why we shouldn't wake her up, because she's currently slumbering because everything kind of turned to shit after she expended a bunch of power. And if she comes back too early, she'll be blown into a rage by the state of things and kill everyone.
Yeah, like a really cranky, like, woohoo, woke me up my beauty sleep.
Yep. But if we instead open the geysers to restore things to as they were, she'll wake up gradually and be cool. So that seems to be the plan for the rest of the geysers.
Okay. We have
For some reason, Hananda did not like this idea, because she was like, no, I want it now, even if it kills everyone. Everything here sucks. And we were like, but you heard you're not going to get the info you wanted. And she's like, I don't care. It's basically like talking to God. And we're like, no, it's like talking to your grandpa and saying, how do I ascend to godhood? And he's like, I don't know, dude. Like, I've never done that.
No matter how hard we tried, she wouldn't get it. And then the act of her not being able to get it drove her up a fucking wall to such an intense degree that she just said, fuck this game sucks, and just left.
I think she was stressed out for a lot of things, I think. Because usually
you're at least caught up now.
She got stressed out to such an intense degree that said, screw this, I'm going home, and left.
But yeah, we don't need to dredge all that up again.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of things were happening with her out in real life, so I was guessing that's just kind of like her crashing out a little bit.
Yeah, she's just having a crash out. It's all good.
Yeah.
So she left. We came back to the guild, and that's where we left off.
Nothing was lost that day.
Pulling a harder owl than Owlery Sever has done.
Like, very.
Speak again, Cordova.
You said pulling a harder owl than something. I was just like pulling bird.
I think he said pulling a harder owl than a Larsa.
I
fucked
heard
up
owl.
then.
So that's
putting a
I
harder
too
owl than
heard
owl.
owl, and
Tweet, hoot, hoot.
I too heard owl, and my brain went bird.
Also, the two dragon babies have now fell in love with Cordova as
Well,
Yish
maybe
and
them around.
Bolgor have now been held by him for quite some time. They like their new
He gave
resting
them
spot
uppies.
now.
Oh, that seems fun. You got now the babies on your side.
The
Yeah.
baby.
Just imagine holding like two Maine Coon cats, full grown. Just
You gotta love the babies.
Which babies? You got baby Boulders and Gay, or baby Hammy, or where's the other dragons at? Where are the baby dragons at?
holding two main
Yish
coons.
and
I see
Bolgor.
this as an absolute win.
Would you be
Yeah.
willing
Hammy,
to post the
Nivy
new?
is holding Hammy, and Boulders and Gabe are just on their stage still.
Would you be willing to post the new Owlbear Rodeo?
It's right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There
it's
it is.
in.
I would
out of
like
character.
you to
Who's you at?
read.
Use your eyes, damn it!
I was scrolling through.
You were scrolling too high. It's like that.
I was scrolling up
Scrolling through
because
TikTok, more like it.
I was
No,
scrolling
it
through
went too high. You
the
need
out
to
of character.
come back down.
I was scrolling through the out of character channel trying to find it. Little did I know
Almost right.
that it was near the bottom.
It was at the bottom. You refreshed it, yeah.
The real link was inside you all along.
Shut up.
Roll me a wisdom save for a friendship.
Wow.
A moment of friendship.
Who in particular?
What'd you get?
4.
4? You feel your
Wait.
friendship has lessened with Cordova.
Oh no!
Aw. I mean, well,
Good God.
I mean, well, people were kind of like, the people in this group have kind of been like, I think, kind of prejudiced against me because I've been like easily
Oh.
manipulated by I'm easily manipulated by godlike beings apparently.
Yes, you are. And we
I
need to fix
have
that.
actually
I
treated you
punched in the
better.
throat.
No, the,
It's my- No, it's my job. My job as team leader to punch you in the throat when you do some shit stupid like that. 'Cause that was
You were-
absolutely ridiculous.
My job is
God,
be bird, be big bird, and
my job is
apparently
be bird, be big bird, and dragon parent
His job
apparently.
is to be a big bird. Your job is not get freaking influenced by gods. Okay?
My
But when
job
a
is not
godlike being, uses the power of my mommy issues to their advantage to make me do whatever the hell they want,
See, he admitted
like,
it.
yeah,
Say that I use the
I'm
power
admi-
as older sister to punch you in the throat. Okay? Don't do that ever
Yeah.
again.
well,
I'll bring you back to
then
Earth.
I need help. I need the power of restraint.
That's my job.
I need to
I'll give
train
you straight.
and
Straight with the hell
I need to
happens.
refine myself. Wanda's gone, so I'm gonna be manipulated by a god. Why? She's like 85% of my impulse control.
You mean Hananda? Wanda's here.
I said,
Wanda's standing right
I
next
said-
to you. Roll me an intelligence saving throw to not go insane.
no, I was. Oh, okay. Are you gonna be the new woman that I
yep.
happen to, or the new woman that I happen to, like just not unwillingly, purposefully, just like. Oh, I got an 11.
Imprint on?
Are you gonna simp
Imprint
for
on?
Wanda now? You gonna simp for your like to do a muscle?
Am I gonna? Am I gonna? Am I gonna have to get a tiny muzzle on my beak?
Yeah, fucking.
Don't you fucking dare. I already have a
Now,
man.
he
That's a dog.
sees me as a man in character, so do
I'm
I have
unable
equal
to
odds with
I see
Cordova?
Al as a female
In character, I now know for a fact that you're a woman, but I actually I like my headcanon is that it's like a doctor girlfriend situation, like like Venture Brothers, Like you're actually registered in character as a woman. Like in my brain, you register as a woman, but you sound like you know, like you sound like a man.
He doesn't do voices.
Yeah.
I do, just not so much for Al. I mostly just change the way I speak.
It doesn't change too much. You sound the same. You sound how
Yeah,
you
just
speak
a
now.
bit of.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
I tell the difference.
Yeah. It was also the Lorax. That's a woman.
Like when Hananda walked in, I was like, looks like something weird has wandered in. Ew, gross, it's coming this way. Ah, hello, Hananda. I was definitely doing a voice.
Yeah, there's some things we don't talk about in this group now. We don't
Tonal.
talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Fight Club, and we don't talk about Hananda.
But
Huh.
anyway,
Not a taboo subject.
we've
it's not the first
returned,
time.
which means I get to once again say, Alerce has offered to pay for dinner, so make sure to
Heal
savor
me,
it as
God
if it was
damn
your
it.
final meal.
The pinch alert says nose. Anyway.
And
For
once
fuck's sake, heal me.
Once you've had your fill, she's planned some party games too. Get to know the new members of our party.
Heal me,
Heal
please.
Everything will be fine. Everything will be great.
I'm on 3 HP for please.
Whose fault
Only
is that?
natural. That's your own fault. You
What
made
do you
your
mean it's
decision.
my own fault? I didn't consent to
exactly
the
why
blood
it's your
dragon
own
sucking
fault.
life out of me.
You did silly things. You decided to make
No,
bad
that
decisions.
was you getting your ass kicked in a 1v1.
That was me. That was me getting my ass handed to me. You guys have been real. You guys have been real supportive.
I'm supporting
that.
you by helping you go back down to earth. Because if you do
I
that
Yeah.
vouched
again,
for you.
I'm choking your ass again. I'm punching you right in
Yeah.
the throat.
Thank you for
one to
helping
see it,
me.
Just these two hands.
Thank you for helping me get myself back down from the surface, so to speak. Keeping my gills below water, and
Because you were a little too high for yourself. Your price is way too high. You need to cut it. That's what you need to do. Cut it
Yeah.
Too high.
you know, just heal 34. Thank you. And now, okay,
You're going to long rest anyway, so that's a waste.
yeah.
I mean, if it's a long rest anyway, there's no waste.
Get that 34 points back. What it does.
Yeah. As you continue to yell at and berate Tides,
I do that in the
you
private
actually
area.
can
I don't
kind
do
of
it from everyone, but I definitely do the private area. We'll probably Catholicism because absolutely it was horrible.
you
Never
actually
did it
can kind of like see that there's his eyes begin to momentarily lose their luster. And there's like a shimmering in them, and then moments later they regain their luster. And you can kind of see he's like leaning forward as you're talking, like he's listening in and focusing on every word.
We'll never do that again, right? Because you know what will happen, right?
He dopily nods.
What will I do? What will happen?
My guy's
You're gonna-
disassociating.
You're gonna chop me in my throat.
Yep. I will chop you straight in the throat. No matter God and buff you will get, I will still punch you straight in the throat to bring you back to Earth. Understood?
Uh-huh.
Never do
Yes,
that shit
ma'am.
again. Good. You have Cathal as a witness because that was some stupid shit. Never do it again, and we'll be fine.
I have the entirety of the Catholic Church as a witness.
And we're good.
I'm sorry, I just hear Catholic and I think Catholicism.
Catholicism. Cathal's my man's and my witness.
Who's whose man's is this? Like, whose
is
man's
my
am
man's.
I?
It follows my man's. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whose man's
It was
am
not
I?
exactly of my choice, but he became a man's. He grew on me. Alright, he grew on me.
He grew on you like good quality facial hair.
Gross. I don't like that on my face.
You know, deep folk like me can't grow facial hair.
Okay.
That's an interesting fact, but oh yeah, I never told you guys my full name.
Sure you did. Fred. Jeff.
Tides.
That's what I said.
You said Fred Jeff. No, it's Tides. Tides Deep Strider.
Exactly, Teddy. Deep Stretcher.
Eddie. Deep structure. Oh,
As
no.
you say that, a door kicks open as you see a familiar face turn the corner. Hector.
Hector! Oh no. I don't want him. Give him back to
Oh,
God.
I-
I don't want him.
Another topsider that I don't know. Hi.
Who the fuck are you? Why are you here?
I'm with
Why do
them.
we have a
I
talking
did.
fish in our goddamn tavern?
Cephalopod,
Well,
actually.
You have to understand he's from
definitely
another
makes me
time.
want
I
How
got
about
tentacles. I got tentacles.
I don't care if you
Count
have them or not. I'm gonna chop you up.
1, 2, 3,
Hey.
4, 5, 6,
Hey.
7, 8,
Hector.
and I'm gonna coil all 8 of them around your around your throat. If you
Oh,
stop, if
you
don't
want to talk to me like that, tough guy? Oh, you're in for a fight of your life, buddy.
Okay, stop that.
Am I
Stop.
now?
Stop. Hey,
Wanda,
stop
pull
that.
me back. Pull me back.
Yeah, you fight if you want to. Get your ass over there.
He's gonna
What
punch
is
you.
going on?
I was gonna say she's just gonna chop him in the throat when he
He
says
just
pull me
fucking-
back.
Hector just
Pull me-
fucking Hector just walks up
Pull
and
me back.
throat chops you for 6 damage.
No! I legit was out here blocking. Hector, are
Okay,
you fucking drunk? Why do you start fights?
Hector, okay, Hector, this unknown dude lays hands on, one of the, on, Tides.
Yep.
Cordova's gonna go ahead and, without additional context, Cordova's gonna head and, put down Blugor and Yesh. He's gonna go Giant's Might, and he's gonna draw his greatsword. Walk
Oh,
up.
wait.
Oh, are you
God
approaching
damn,
me? You're about to have the time of your life then, buddy.
No.
Yeah, Cordova,
Get-
Cordova, like, doubles in size in all dimensions and all that shit.
Yeah, hey, can I pop a charge of mage armor on Cordova for good measure?
What is this?
Mage armor affects self,
Hector's gonna stomp
it's-
his foot
I think.
as he clacks his bracers
No, we
together,
do that
mistaken.
before.
and upon doing so, he rages.
Lord Jesus. You know what?
Oh,
Let
never
the
mind, it's
boys
a
do stupid
willing
shit.
creature.
I can't.
Hey,
I
Yo,
get your ass over
Nerdbird.
here, go die. Just
what? Ow, ow, ow.
Go die.
You're pulling, I imagine you're pulling me by like a tentacle or something, like, because I don't really have
Yeah.
ears.
pull your body. pull
Okay,
your-
buddy, you
your,
want to die bad?
Ow.
I don't care. I'll
Ow,
set you
ow,
send
ow.
to hell.
Bring
Hey,
it to him.
What the shuck is
Go
his
ahead.
problem?
I don't know,
He
bro. I don't know why
turns
you
over and
freaking
says,
able
"My
to ass
problem
us
is
down.
you, whiny ass."
Hector, stop
Because I
this.
exist and am near you?
Exactly. You're stinking up the air.
Do what now?
You ain't smell yourself? Relax, Hector. You're drunk. As per usual, it seems.
I am fucking drunk. As he says that, he
He's drunk,
gulps
he's
down another fucking bottle of whiskey.
Cordova,
Smacks
Cordova's
the whiskey on
gonna,
the- I
Cordova's
grabbed the
gonna
whiskey.
take a
I
whiff.
said, Get drunk, fool.
Tides
Okay.
begins to cartoonishly and out of mimicry and ridicule
Before
sway
you
in
do that,
place,
Tides, Cordova,
hands
what are you
climbing,
doing?
holding a bottle.
Cordova's gonna just take a whiff once there's mention of him being drunk.
You're gonna take a what?
Whiff.
A whiff.
Oh,
No. Sniff.
Whiff. Sorry. Sniff.
A whiff.
So, I didn't hear you. It was muffled. So, you can take the bottle from his hand?
Diagram.
I'm gonna take the bottle out of his hand and be like, "Yo, you're drunk." Unless you
Well,
know how to act like a
So Cordova,
drunk.
you sniff a little bit, and he smells like he drank 3 bars under the table.
Really, he's stinking up the place. Tides is the one stinking up the place right now.
Yeah, he smells like rotten fish.
Have you showered, Hector?
I
That's
just
what
got
you
back
said?
from deployment, motherfucker.
Well, that's why he smells fish then. How about you go shower and go to sleep? 'Cause
Hold.
you need that
Why am I...
water.
Alerce, I need you to help reassure me and kind of prevent me from flying off the handle, please.
He says to Wanda,
Reassure you, I understand. No matter how bad things get, they can always get worse.
Yeah, that's somber and yet really, actually, genuinely reassuring. Thank you.
Well, shit.
Wanda, he says to you, well,
Yeah.
I would be going back to bed and getting some shut-eye if I wasn't instructed to come help you sorry sacks of shit again.
Well, great job. We have long rest right now, so you can go actually go to sleep. Go drink some water.
You trying to kill me? I'm not gonna drink water.
Drink some water, you say?
Like, out of
Nice.
curiosity, like, what's the physical description on Hector here?
Hector here is a medium-sized bulwark of a man, where he does appear to be rather short in like a short king kind of way, right? But he has broad, full plate mail armor on. For somehow being a barbarian, he's making it work. And you saw him last as a fighter. He's now a barbarian that has some kind of magic aura around him. You don't know. Maybe he got it out in the battlefield or something.
Oh,
But
he's a rune knight.
anywho, he is a short king of a man, a godlike mercenary, and is wearing so much plate mail and has such an overly heavy axe that it'd probably kill someone if they tried to pick it up. Like, the axe head is like cartoonishly too large. Unwieldy. If someone else tried to pick it up, it'd probably snap their wrists in two.
Aha.
Alright, Hector, let's get you a seat and another beer, quote unquote beer. And have him sit down. Let's sit down. Let's sit down.
A clear alcoholic beverage that definitely isn't water.
Yeah, he can't tell the difference. I'm like, just make it taste like it's beer, but like it's definitely water.
I have a drink recipe.
Actually, Cordova would, if given the opportunity, Cordova would signal the opposite.
Oh, there's actually a bar in Incadia that makes this really good drink called, actually, it's called the Bolt from the Blue. Real good stuff.
Like, instead of water, Cordova would probably opt to, try to black this guy out.
I mean, I'm good with either.
I think it will work out. He already drank like that much alcohol. I just he's gotta go to sleep. Go to sleep.
The Bolt from the Blue has like 900, it's really got like 900 ABV. Really like good stuff. Hits like a kick from a mule too. I learned that topsider-ism one of the first few days I was up here.
Oh my.
Well then, pretty boy, get your ass over here and we'll do a bit of drinking then.
Oh god.
Who are you referring to?
You fish for
As-
brains.
Cephalopod.
Same thing.
Well, let's see
One
how
of his,
that works
one of
out.
his, one of his arm tentacles, like the hand segment, like where that kind of like tapers off into something vaguely humanoid, it curls into the tentacle equivalent of a fist. His beak begins to grind. A technicality.
You
You're
remind me of a
wrong.
tuna fish, so we gonna drink or not, pretty boy?
He sits down.
Oh. Better fighting.
Okay, Cordova's gonna go over to the bar and kind of
Bolt from the blue.
lean over.
Give me the Incadia special.
And he's gonna lean over. He's gonna say like, "Ooh, got anything to knock this guy out?"
Repeat yourself, stranger.
The tavern keep, right?
A little bit
Yep.
hard.
You said, could you repeat yourself, stranger?
Cordova's gonna discreetly say, like, you don't have anything to like knock this guy out, do you?
Yeah, I do. He
You could grab it to him.
he says, well, what kind of knockout are you wanting? The permanent kind or the non-permanent?
Why you silent there? Non-permanent.
Non-permanent for now. We'll see how bad this goes.
Who you thinking so hard about that one?
He sets 2 glasses on the counter as he then goes underneath as you hear a couple of lockpicks get undone as he pulls a bottle of alcohol out. Let me get you the image of it real quick. But what you see in front of you is a glowing red bottle that's just called Dab.
Oh boy.
This is literally what it looks like.
Dab. Oh my god.
As
This,
a-
it do
Oh,
look like
a bottle
hot
of
sauce.
Dragon's Dab.
Oh, it's the daddle sauce. Because one drop that'll do.
like. Oh my
He,
gosh, why do that?
He grabs the clutch of the
Interesting.
handle as the thing begins to bubble up and then lets it go as it lets out just a spray into each glass that is like just a couple inches of it. He then puts it down beneath and then pulls out a bottle of what appears to be very dusty whiskey as there is a dust layer caked on 2 inches thick. He like kind of wipes it off, dunks it in some water and pulls it back out, uncorks it, and as it pours in, it doesn't pour in like a liquid, it pours in like fucking molasses syrup.
Ooh. Water in that, yo.
He then
I
says,
live a little bit.
looks like it needs a little bit of thinning. He then gets like a little bit of like the ladle of water of the dustiness he just didn't pours it in to each glass, puts the root in and stirs it all up, and then hands this bubbling alcoholic concoction to you that smells like pure death and dragon's breath.
Okay.
For Tides and Hector, they're going to die. Well, Tide's gonna die, but like Hector might be fine.
So he poured like he poured 2 glasses, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cordova's gonna quietly point to both and then point at Hector specifically. Like Cordova's not intending on serving that to Tide.
I'll take a bolt from the blue. The Incadia special.
He looks over at Cordova like, what the fuck? The bartender.
You happen to have
look-
any,
Look. It's been the entirety of like 1 minute. I've already had enough of this fucker. So either he specifically is getting knocked out or I'm gonna put him on bitch duty.
If that was possible, but okay.
I actually have a drink recipe called Bolt from the Blue, out of character. It's vodka, blue curacao, lemon juice, champagne, crushed ice, and myrtle.
So,
Cool.
do you serve the drink to both Hector and Tides?
Tide seems interested in his own drink recipe, while Cordova's trying to give him 2 of the
Yeah,
dragons.
Cordova was specifically asking to knock out Hector.
The other one's just regular alcohol.
No, they're both mixed the same. The bartenders thought he
Oh,
wanted to knock
put
them
it both
both
through
out.
Don't do it. No,
I do
just
not
do it.
want-
Do it both of them.
I
Don't say
want
anything.
to get. I don't want to. I don't want to get knocked out. I want to get drunk.
No. Both of y'all have to drink it. You started this, you have to finish it. Both of you have to drink it.
I don't
It gets
want to
pushed.
get knocked unconscious. I just want to get
You'll
shit
be
faced.
fine. You'll be fine.
What do you
Put it
What do
in
you
front of
mean I'll be
Cordova.
fine?
Put it in front of
What do
him.
you mean
You know
I'll
what?
be fine? I have a constitution of 16 with a mod of
fine.
+3.
Yeah, you
Fine.
know what? Cordova's gonna serve them both. He's gonna keep a closer eye on Tides than he's gonna keep a eye on Hector.
You accidentally
Thank
knock
you.
over Tide's drink. Like,
Yeah.
oh dang, let's just get you what you asked for.
So you walk over and put both the glasses on the table. Are you going to try to accidentally knock over Tide's drink?
No. Beautiful. He legit goaded him. The actor came out like, oh, he's like, yeah, what are you talking about? Like, why would you think it's a good idea to goad the man's bigger than you?
I mean,
Usually my air and bluster in reference to coiling my tentacles around someone's throat is enough to dissuade them. But Hector's got more. In character, he's saying this, but Hector's got more balls than brains, apparently.
Hector looks over to you, Tides, and he says to you, "The next minute you say that again, I'm deep frying you."
You know,
Is
I
there
actually would
coffee?
recommend. Boiled
here you both go.
cephalopoden rather than.
Don't remember this.
What'd you say, Cordova?
Here you both go. Drink up, it's the strong shit. Now, keep in mind, Cordova's saying strong shit as like this is the casually strong shit.
He swirls the
Shit, right.
glass, sees it kind of like slowly and ever so lazily drift in the glass. Ah, this looks like.
Do you drink it?
Cordova's gonna slap Hector on the back of the head. What are you, a bitch or something? Drink up.
I'm asking if Tides drank it. I didn't say that in
Listen,
character of
listen.
Hector. Hector looks at it and is like, I'm getting
Yeah, no.
there, tough guy. God damn it. He
Yeah, no.
Ah,
Sorry, keep
Really
going.
wonderful.
he tips it up and gulps it all down in one gulp.
he Tides lightly sips. God, it feels like my throat got stung by a king jelly.
So I need you to make me a con save.
This is great. Whatever.
As you can probably tell,
Ooh, really bad.
I'm a
Really?
coward who can't seem to hold his booze.
So as you they both did a save. Hector falls over past his chair and is conked out snoring. No worse for wear. Tides, you feel as if the insides of you are cooking from the inside out, and you cough up a bit of blood as you take 25 damage.
Damn.
And
Ouch.
25. Oh, and as the small puddle of blood hits the table, I forgot.
It's his losers.
And Wanda
Damn.
thought it was stupid
Uh,
that I was holding my spells in
I was
case
gonna-
something happened.
I was gonna say, so about that healing that he got earlier.
I guess it was worth it. Oh my god.
He
I didn't think he was gonna go
said
Hector
30
like
some odd,
that.
right?
Oh my
I didn't
God.
think he was gonna go Hector like that. I
I'm
didn't think he'd be crazy.
apparently the cephalopod equivalent of the canary in the coal mine.
You're doing bullshit like that, you go get yourself blowing a fire out your ass. It's gonna be funny as hell later.
Then, I need you now to roll me a wisdom saving throw, as your body might have a chance of mutating now.
Don't need that wisdom.
4.
While that's happening, out of sheer curiosity, like, what's the weather outside like?
Rainy.
Rainy? Brilliant. Cordova's gonna haul Hector, who's
Rain?
unconscious, up by the scrub.
Before you do that, I wanted to say real quick, when Hector fell over, Alerce was like, they're sleeping so soundly and helpless.
Yep, helpless indeed. Look at that.
Yeah.
What are
I
you
got
doing,
a
Cordova?
4.
Cordova's gonna pick
Please
Hector
be-
up.
Please be dragging him out into the rain. Please be dragging him out into the rain.
Okay.
Please be dragging him out into the
So-
rain.
Lean for Hector.
Like,
He's not here.
Cordova legitimately has already had enough of Hector. Like, he doesn't fucking care if he like gets hypothermia or fucking like goes face first and drowns in the rain. Like, he can already tell Hector's being troubled.
Oh, surprisingly enough,
Yeah,
Hector
depending
was
on
the
how
one
you're-
I
oh,
was,
go
I was
ahead.
the one that did not like Hector for a good while.
Sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you.
Hector's actually quite mild as a person, but he can be so annoying that even wanted to be like, shut the fuck up. I want to punch in the throat, but like,
He's your lovable douchebag.
he's a douchebag and a jock.
He's not
That's
a
really is.
lovable douchebag. He's just a douchebag.
He's a douchebag.
Alerce
jock.
parrots this sentiment. The talks just
Adorable. Let's not throw Hector in the rain like that. He's just a drunk idiot right now. Don't worry about him. You get.
Yeah,
He's-
depending
Oh,
on
no,
how you're
he
carrying
needs-
him out, Al would help you by
Oh
grabbing
no,
his legs.
he needs to learn a lesson.
Yeah. Show that drunkard a lesson.
What did you get
Trust
for
me,
your?
I
dying
know.
right now,
You
guys.
don't get to talk much.
What was your insight check? Your insight. Fuck. Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
I got a 4.
Or
Oh no.
Well,
So remember
This is
how I
done-
said you might die to heat metal?
uh-oh.
Your tentacles set on fire as you've gotten the mutation of dragon's breath for the next hour.
Well,
Ugh.
I'm slowly
I
dying.
go outside.
You are heating up the water in your suit currently to a boiling point.
Hey, he says as the water inside his suit slowly begins to boil. Anyone care for boiled cephalopodin?
Nope. And I grab Tides and I go and toss him out his ass outside while also opening up his whatever the thing is, his suit to get him out. Just like get in the rain, get in the rain.
How would that help him? How he's suffocating?
I mean, he's staying moist.
You open up the suit and expose him to air. He's not surrounded by water. No, he's just burning.
It's raining
up.
outside.
He's just
and
steaming.
I'm
It's
ready-
raining, he's still in the suit. It's just open so that there's no water coming in.
Let me explain. I kind of turn. Is he like wearing a glass helmet or like that? Of water?
It's a diving suit that just keeps water in instead of out.
Okay, so I turned his helmet upside down like a bowl, and his head is like, I don't know how his body works anymore. It's I just kind of like
I'm gonna recover 13 HP now. Thank you, Alerce.
a lot happening.
So you're outside, kind of living life.
It's like put his head in like a bowl. It's like, oh my
So
God.
I
It's
imagine
like
what you're trying to do instead of drowning him in air is you're trying to crack open the valves to have him get cold water in, so that he's
Yeah.
cooling down.
I
Okay.
need a
Yeah.
heat. I need.
I like that. I'm just
What?
like, okay.
Are you trying to like? Are you trying to use the rain to like function as an improvised heat exchanger to like circulate the heat out
Yeah,
of my
there's-
suit?
Like a liquid.
Whatever
like a
fun
liquid
way to say,
heat
I'm
sink.
trying to keep this man from burning up.
Yeah,
Like
we're gonna have
like
to
a
do
liquid
that
heat
for an
sink,
hour straight.
So you're out in the rain. Are you gonna throw Hector out there?
It felt like I got
Oh.
stung by a king jelly,
Oh,
and then moments
seeing
later, I'm on fire.
seeing what's come of Hector's bullshit, he's going in a puddle now.
Roll me a strength save to drag Hector.
Drag
I'll
his
help.
heavy ass.
It was that advantage in the first place because of Giant's Might.
Oh yeah.
If tides were
Meanwhile,
dying, I'd
Tide,
give you a bless, but I'll just suffice with a guidance.
yeah. Meanwhile, Tides is screaming in nigh indescribable agony as his insides feel as though they're slowly boiling from the inside out.
Make decisions in our lives.
Like the
We're learning from mistakes these days.
Tides, have I ever told you you're my favorite party member?
So, do you toss him out? What was your strength save?
that is a modified roll of 15.
Yeah, you can drag him out the door, but you can't throw him.
Oh,
Sure.
you didn't roll a
Cordova's
d4.
Oh, D4?
Yep, from
What about
guidance.
D4?
18.
Okay,
Now
18.
you can throw him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cordova's gonna throw him not terribly gently and also not giving a piss whether or not he's face up or face down into a puddle.
So you chuck him out.
Because with this order of events, like with what's happening to Tides right now, that's Hector's fault.
That's what?
That's Hector's fault.
Is it though?
Kind of is.
Whatever he needs
I
to
mean-
justify it.
I mean, to be fair, to be fair, Hector was kind of planning on doing all sorts of shit to Tides in the first place.
It started off with him saying stupid shit, and then Tides was like, "Hey, hey," and then just talking back. And it's a both ends.
Hey, they
Which
were
was-
saying some fighting, like they were saying some fighting words. It's not
Wasn't
Cordova's
fighting words,
fault
but
that
Hector's
it's
a
not
dumb
Cordova's
drunk.
it's not Cordova's fault that Hector is a dumb fight-seeking drunk. Drunk.
I'm not blaming Cordova. It's just it's a mix of things. It just had to be. There's more two sides of the situation here, and both sides are wrong. We weren't supposed to go
Like
to
it-
do.
Given Cordova's context, even if Tides might be a little stupid, he still went and fought and bled with him. Hector just came in swinging with no additional context.
Yeah, we know Hector. Unfortunately, I didn't know Hector. I don't know Hector. I was fine with Hector. With Hector. I just.
I didn't say I was fine with Hector. I said the opposite.
You fine with Hector or are you not fine with Hector? No.
I was like the person who gave him the most shit until he left.
Okay, Tides, you don't have to keep breathing like you're literally dying.
I'm continually
You're
doing
stuck in
it
the
just to,
method.
like
Calm down.
I was
We
continually
get it.
doing
You're
that to,
dying.
like,
You're cooling down. I get it.
stay in character.
I get it. But like, let them have a character moment.
Meanwhile, in the background, I'm slowly dying.
No worries. We'll be fine. So,
Yeah, Cordova's gonna, like, after a solid minute of looking at Tides to make sure that he's not actively dying, he's gonna kind of stoop back into the tavern, just like, who the fuck hired that idiot?
That would be Rexford. You have to go to.
earn small.
Yeah, Larcy's just kneeled down, watching one man possibly drown and watching another get roasted alive.
Hector did fall face down into a puddle.
God.
Yeah, Cordova's gonna walk over to Rexford. Like, who the hell directed that idiot to help? That idiot said something about...
For I'm, in your case, the idiot, but you should know there is other things outside of your own personal circumstances that need attending to.
Yeah, well, from these personal circumstances, that fuckhead looks like a battlefield liability. He looks more prone to getting us killed than actually helping us.
Well, Hector is very
And I, for one, don't tolerate that.
Hector is a very strong soldier. He can give lots of power to when we need him to, and he's completed each mission that we've sent him on and butchered armies much bigger than we are facing now. I would say he is more of a battering ram through doorkeep of castle. I know I switched Rexwords to Russian. 1 minute.
Yeah, you're supposed to be Transylvanian, if I remember correctly.
I am sorry, my friends. He is German, is not the Russian. God damn it. Anyways, like I was saying,
You're okay. It sounded like you were having a little bit of a stroke there.
I apologize. For these long nights have taken a long strolling, well, harrowing adventure on my very exclusive tides of my very foreplay of my heart.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Because I forgot to plug my headset back in like a dumb fuck and it died for a handful of seconds.
As I was saying, I was very sorry about the accent change there, my friend. It appears that my brain is not suffering from the exact hemoglobin counts that it needs. Being a vampire without being able to suck blood is, well, starving yourself eternally. But
That doesn't sound pleasant.
no, and imagine that for at least the past 14 years. Now, if you excuse me, my dear friend Hector, he is a good asset to the army. You may not see it within your own team play, however, as I have you sent off on missions that regard the immediate area, he has been able to hold back the rest of the armies that come in from the outside, killing swaths of them. So while he is a battering ram inside of a castle, and usually breaks the walls down long before the army gets there, he is a valuable asset. If one night of him blowing off steam offends your party member, I can deal with that, but killing him is out of the question.
Fine, I'll turn him face up, but that's it.
That is
Wonder
all
already
I
did that.
ask.
Wonder already
I-
flipped him back over to his
You can have
back.
him face
Well-
up, you can kick him
well-
while he's down, but do not kill him.
Well, Cordova doesn't know that, so he's going to go outside, see that he's face up, and then walk back in.
And I'll calls you a killjoy, Wanda.
We're trying to kill his joy, aren't we? Anyway.
Alright.
Now,
Alright,
For-
fine. Dipshit might have a bad case of hypothermia come the morning, but he's probably not going to die.
I wouldn't doubt this man's very hard. However, you will have to work with him for the final mission with the sieging of a castle.
Brilliant.
Just keep it in mind that as long as you stay at least 50 feet from each other, I don't think you'll have an issue.
Hard.
You know what? That's officially my goal.
Now, is there any other things that you
Next
need,
time.
or do you wish to keep ripening the ass plays that we need to keep going back to?
Ripening the what?
Are you done here, or do I need to feast upon your neck to make you leave?
Oh, fair enough. No. Well, okay, actually, hold on a sec.
Nope.
Let me, if you don't mind, I'm gonna do a stupid check here.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do
Kinda
it.
stupid.
Okay, no. Okay, no. Cordova is not going to immediately assume that he means get out of the building entirely.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise Cordova might have fucked off to, like, find a different tavern or something.
Silly, silly. Where are you going? To a different tavern? Get your ass back over here.
Like, by leave, I assume he meant leave his office.
Yeah.
His office is this upper deck thing.
Still got a lot of office space.
Like, technically the table is his office space. That's the secretary desk. That's the other secretary desk, but no one's a secretary, so...
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no,
Ty's
like,
done-
that is officially Cordova's goal now, is, go Birdzilla mode and replace the dumb fuck that is apparently used for siege operations.
That you're gonna do what?
That is officially Cordova's goal now, is figure out how to go Birdzilla enough to replace the dumb fuck that's apparently on retainer for siege operations.
Okay. Strength and power.
I was already considering like spinning some bullshit about about like how Cordova learned his whole like runesmithing and giant's might crap, but yeah, you know what? The immediate
The shonen protagonist, I'ma beat you, is working out much better.
the immediate motivation is working out just fine.
Seeing that all this has transpired, the other two dragons are going to waddle their way back up to the stage over here to their mother.
Oh, but dearest. Okay, so, is Ty's done burning alive, and,
After about an hour passing, Tides, you feel your tentacles cool off as you feel as if you're no longer going through what would occasionally be menopause for you, and now you're back to normal.
Great. You're fine? You good? You good, Tides?
He just has a little PTSD now.
Cool. Great. I close his suit up, and I'm gonna go get Hector here because he's been out here for too long,
He's
and I
still knocked
drag
out.
his ass. Yeah, I just
I don't
drag
see
his
the
ass.
problem. I've been out just as long. Making sure he doesn't
I
fucking
drag his
die.
ass aside. God, this is the bullshit I have to deal with. I have one good day. I can have one peaceful night. There gotta be something going on. I drag
Hey,
his
why are
ass
you
to the
bringing him
couch.
in? You said you wanted a
Because-
peaceful night, yeah?
Norva, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to shh for 2 seconds so I can go to sleep with some dragons, okay?
I thought you just
Thank
brought Tides in, not Hector.
Guys can get up, put his helmet back on, and walk.
That,
He's not knocked out.
Tides can get up, put his helmet back on, and walk. He says as I'm writhing on the ground in pain for the next hour.
He's
pain's-
fine. He won't
it's
die
at
for
The
like
hour's
30 minutes.
over.
The hour's over.
I take his ass to the couch real fast. I just toss him on the couch over here, and he should be fine.
As you toss him on the couch, his body is so heavy that the couch cushions sink inward and fold in like a coffin.
Yeah, he'll be fine. And I just walk over, shake my,
Thematic.
squeeze water out my hair, and I will go down to Nivy. And be like, boys, honest to God, boys.
As you approach, Boulders and Gabe remember you as they begin to thwack your tail against the wall. Thump, 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 as happy fucking dragon, like dogs, like thump, 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 and just happy.
Happy tail swishies.
Tides, why are you over with
Thump,
Hector?
walk.
I'm.
Get your ass away from Hector.
You said the couch.
I tossed Hector on the couch. You could walk your ass somewhere
Why
else.
were you trying to do nasty things to Hector over there?
No,
my
you
God.
said you threw me on the couch.
No, I
Nope,
threw Hector
that
on
was
the couch.
Hector.
I took
That was
Hector on a walk.
I misread that entire bit. Okay.
My brother,
I'm gonna
listen with
drag
your
this-
ears, not your eyes. As you approach you approach the three dragons with a beautiful lady named Nivy, who is attending to them, feeding them treats and meat, of course. And you see Clanker, who is attempting to drink beer, as there is a massive puddle of beer on the ground beneath him, as he keeps pouring beer at his face that has an etched-on mouth.
I was gonna say, was he built without a mouth?
He doesn't have a mouth.
And he must scream.
Well, howdy there,
imagine-
friend. What brings you to the bar?
I'm with, we don't really have a group name, but out of
Oh,
real
well,
quick, out of
that's
character,
all
so I
right.
can complete.
Up to the owl.
Well, that's all right, my friend. For my name is Clanker.
Okay.
I've heard that's a construct racial slur.
Is it? I've never heard of that myself. How does a robot
I
like
don't know
myself
what-
have a race anyways?
Let's tough people.
Eh,
We don't have a culture. We're created and forgotten about, scrapped, left out to iron and rust. We serve a purpose, then die. It's all quite refreshing, don't you think?
Kinda like the warrior caste where I'm from.
Yeah, and I wish I could drink the problems away. As he puts another beer up to his face that then slings down next to his chest and onto the ground.
You're my.
Do you have a... He gestures to his beak. Do you have an oral cavity there, friend?
He turns to you. Well, if I had one, do you think I'd be awake right now?
Because I guess.
No, my crater thought it'd be
Any-
much better if I didn't have a mouth. This way he'd feel a lot better when he stared at a steel wall on the battlefield. Mouths are too expensive to make, he said. Much better to put an extra halberd in your back.
Huh.
Must have gone through some
Ye-
shit, you know.
Yeah, I see you've gone through some shit. Well,
Gone through shit, I've stepped in plenty of it, friend.
ask not the cuttlefish how the kraken swims, am I right?
What?
Oh, it's a deep folkism.
What's a deep folk?
I's a deep folk, friend.
You?
Yeah.
What are you?
I hold out a tentacle. The name's Tide's Deep Strider.
What's a deep strider?
My family name.
Wait, what's your name?
Tide's Deep
I don't know.
Strider.
But what's a deep strider?
I don't really. If you break it down, he leans forward slightly, kinda, his eyes darting around, like you can see the fucking beautiful mind equations floating around his head.
What?
I don't really. I
Wait.
think
Is a mind strider Sim is a mind flayer?
Tide's Deep Strider. I'm of House Deep Strider.
Wait, what's
Uh,
a tides? Is that your name?
I said my name. You know you ever been to a beach, friend?
I thought you said your name was Deep Folk.
Oh,
I
Tides.
am a deep folk, and my name is Tides.
Wait. So you're not a Deep Folk? You're
I
tides?
am. I'm Wanda.
What? As
Wanda,
I'm putting. Yes, as I'm playing Baldur's the game. What is it? Just
would you be willing to please help
okay.
help
All right, here it is.
help break this down and make this as monosyllabic as possible for our
What's a monosyllabic?
Don't use big words around him. Just Clanker will not understand. Okay, Clanker.
simplistic. Make it simplistic.
Don't be supposed
I
to
like
possible.
that attitude, son.
This man's an Oblivion NPC.
I'm just waiting for a third of the high elves.
Deep ocean, where you should avoid, Clanker.
Someone
What
someone
about the
breaks
deep
in.
ocean? Is he saying he's a deep ocean? I don't see any water on him.
He's a deep. Oh, he's a fish. He's a fish person. Clanker.
Oh, he's a fish. That makes sense. He's in water.
Not
Yes, fish person.
by
Wait, a fish
technicality,
person?
You're wrong.
How does a fish person work? Are they crossed with a fish? Does a fish fuck a man and become a fish person?
By
It's like a mermaid but with legs.
You're being culturally insensitive.
A mermaid with
But
what's a
it's not gonna
mermaid?
work if you big words, Luke.
Cultural
Don't
insensitivity.
you- Look,
What is a
Thank you.
mermaid? Are they one of those
Big
Kotoa?
They're like Uatoa, but they're human from the... A mermaid is human from the waist up, fish from the waist down.
Wait, there's a
Reverse.
merhuman? I thought he said he was a fish person.
I'm a cephalopod, god damn it!
Wait, what's a cephalopod? You're saying you're a cephalopod, but I thought you were a fish person. You're confusing me, son.
Guys, they're using big words to stop that. It won't work. It will make them more confused. They use big words in Clanker.
He attempts to drink
They
another
can just
beer
not
that
know
just
those.
slides down his face.
I reveal all 8 of my tentacles. I am
Octopus.
an octopus from the ocean, and
Wait.
I have
You're an
A
octopus? Is
humanoid
that another name for a
skeleton.
spider? I know they have 6 legs, but is it 8? Are you a spider
I'm
from
gonna
the
kill
ocean?
him.
No, we're not
I'm-
starting more problems. Relax. Guys, you gotta stop trying to explain yourself to people.
Okay,
You could have just said
let
you're
me
from
make
the...
this.
Oh, so you're a fish
Let me
man
make-
from the ocean. I gotcha.
Yes, that's it. His name is Tides. He's
I'm a
fish
creature
person
from the ocean. I'm a creature from the ocean, but I walk upright like a man.
Wait, so you're a fish man?
I'm not.
Okay, Tides,
You know
confusing
what?
him.
Sure. You know what? Sure.
But-
Not all creatures from the ocean are fish, though.
Wait, question. If your name's Tides, do you have a brother named Waves?
Oh, dead.
How'd you know?
Didn't I just asked? Because, I mean, if your name's Tides, there must be someone named Waves. But if you're the Tide, doesn't that mean you have to come in every so often during the day? Or is you ship out at night? Are you here on a day cycle?
It's just a name, friend.
Wait, your name isn't friend, it's Tides.
Turn to Wanda. Is there a nearby wall I can repeatedly bash my head against?
Oh, there's one right there. There's one over there. There's one on the ground if you want to try something fun.
If
That's
you'll
all
excuse me. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, you're excused, friend.
Walk over to the nearest wall. Just...
Look at Nippy. This is what I gotta deal with on 24/7 basis. I don't like it.
Oh, it's fine,
Do I
honey.
like
I always deal with the dragon. Clanker's good company, as long as you keep it nice and simple.
This machine is a moron! I punctuate each slam against the wall. This machine is a moron.
As you say, it's a moron. He says, "My name isn't moron. My name's Clinker. Come on, boy, get it right."
Sure.
Will never understand. And that's fine, because Clanker's Clanker, and we love Clanker. As I go and keep petting
Yeah,
both
Clanker's Clanker.
As you do so, bowlers and you just keep thwacking their shit. Thump, 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 thump,
Oh,
thump.
sweet, sweet
Aw.
boys, you're so great, you're so adorable. I'm very tired.
Oh,
I'm about to fall asleep. Or
Fall
just
asleep
kinda,
IRL or
lay
fall asleep
down.
in the game?
Wanda, I need wisdom from a mother figure.
Wrong
Actually-
person.
Ask Nippy.
Okay, Miss, I require wisdom from a mother figure.
Well, howdy there, boy. What you need?
I would like to know a positive, less murdery outlet to mitigate this rage. Or, like, let out this excess rage.
Oh, well, hon, I'm not the best role model for that. You see, I like to spend my time, riding dragons whenever I feel all pent up with rage.
It means that literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Do you mean that in a literal sense or a figurative sense?
Oh, both,
Yes.
honey.
Yes.
Oh,
Wanda should have remembered that. honestly.
Wanda,
She said it before.
Wanda knows exactly what happens. She just wanted to be funny.
To give you all an
Guys,
idea,
let me tell you
this is
something.
a image of what Nivi looks like.
Well, she looks like. She looks amazing. Looks so cool.
That's a very large weapon there.
Oh,
But,
It
like, does
makes-
she actually have a gun?
yes, she actually has a gun
I'm-
with an axe on it.
Damn it.
I'm genuinely, actually, my rage is listening to, and just like that, it's gone.
Handcrafted by her.
fascinated. I'm fascinated by that weapon there.
Oh, it's my
What's
own
it do?
personal design. It's like it's like a heavy crossbow, but it's used a little bit of powder, a little bit of fire, and it sends it real far.
Oh, it uses the stuff I would find in depth charges.
Oh, it's a little bit more powerful than that, honey, but sure.
I only really know about the surface through things that I find when I would raid and like raid sunken wrecks. I would find waterlogged barrels filled with this weird grayish black substance, and sometimes when I would clack some rocks together, sometimes that stuff would create a lot of like a big flash and like a lot of heat.
Oh, honey, you're talking about gunpowder.
Oh, is that what that's called?
Cordova, you questioned her gun?
Not in character.
Oh, out of character, you questioned her gun?
I was, no, I was just, never mind.
And that kind of
I
looks like
didn't
a
know
small.
we had those.
So
That
they
kind of looks
are
like a,
they are in this world.
like a smaller.
Well, like,
They're-
I assumed there would be a heavy restriction and that wouldn't be an option. I guess that was my mistake.
So let me put it like this. It is a heavy restriction. There is only 2 in the whole game. She's the only one that has it because she's an artificer that's very skilled and has lived a very long time. It's cosmetic.
Oh,
The second one, it's a relic somewhere, but
Ah, fair.
it was originally going to be an artificer, but you
Wait, what?
said no.
yeah,
Because they didn't have anything artificer. I'm sorry.
because I didn't make anything for artificer, and so if there's only 2 artificers in the whole universe,
He's one of them. Guess what, Tides?
Hmm.
Let me tell you, Nivi is an amazing woman.
Get
She gave
fucked.
birth to these 2 dragons right here.
Yeah, that is an
Came out of the
engineering marvel, by the way.
but yeah,
Kinda
I
looks
usually
like a-
restrict it
kinda looks
to
like a scaled
pretty much
down.
Fire Emblem, pure fantasy Fire Emblem. The one occasion there is a gun is an NPC. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That thing kind of looks like a scaled down version of those big metal tube things I'd find on sunken wrecks.
Cannons?
Is that what
cannon?
those are called?
Yep.
Cannon.
Is that... Oh,
Are you
I
okay
don't
with that,
really know a
Cordova?
lot of. I don't know a lot about surface culture.
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, it's just some people get.
It's kind of why I'm trying to learn bits of surface culture.
Some people get kind of antsy about there being like a firearm in a D&D game.
Okay,
People.
counter argument. Medieval gear very much emphasized like bombards and hand cannons, not like proper guns. Angry tubes that you use to rip a knight's spine out of their ass.
Yeah,
To
she
me,
has.
it is.
she
To
has
me, it is actually immersion breaking when a medieval setting has no guns and rapiers, because rapiers were actually invented like 150 years after hand cannons made their way to Europe.
I would say yeah, it's just a very angry tube.
Yeah.
Very angry too. Oh yeah,
More-
like the Huachang fire lance,
Like
right?
a, like
the
I would
Nigiri
be,
Kempo.
like I would be slightly more bitter if I legitimately did miss an opportunity, but you very clearly laid out the restrictions and that I didn't, so it's fine.
Bury
Yeah.
this, you
You're
filthy
not
casual.
missing anything. There is not one for you to get as a character. There will not be one for you to get as a character.
And even she just kind of hangs out at the guild, so not even she's using it.
Yeah, that's kind of what it struck me as.
Yeah. But
Would
she
you be
just
willing to Ms. Nivi, would you be willing to teach me a lesson about circus culture?
No.
Alrighty then.
I got other things to do.
Do you know someone who could?
Not that's still living anyway.
Hangs his head in his shame.
I'd recommend
Shame.
just live a little. Explore the world. Let it become to you and do a few adventures like I did until I settled down with a nice, strong dragon man and had a few 100 kids.
Oh,
Have more than one? Is she the mother of dragons?
She is mother of many dragons.
Oh my god.
so
You think Balsam was her first husband?
No, I don't know how old she is. Is she an elf? Oh, she's elf woman.
she...
the last vestiges of my
Cradle for
Damn
an
it.
elf.
the last vestiges of my innocence just left my body. Great.
She's
Um,
she's
I'm pretty
entered...
sure that happened when you. I'm pretty sure that happened when you entered a contract with a murder god.
She's like considered gilf in fucking elf standards.
Damn, she's very fertile for
Oh.
an elf. Usually there's this place
She's
that's
a gelf.
very, like, not very fertile. Dude,
She's
I
a
don't know.
gelf. Grandma elf I'd like to fuck. Gelf. I've coined that term.
It's very, very inappropriate to say by a woman. Just kidding.
That was out of character.
That's so inappropriate to say about a wonderful woman, Nivi. She's out here taking care of these kids. All of these little
She
reptilian
is-
kids. Deal with back-to-back dragons every damn day. This is how you,
You know,
say that about her.
Actually,
Disrespectful.
fertility is something to be proud of.
Mhm.
Where I'm from, because there are a lot of these very large predators that can consume large swaths of clutch after clutch of eggs spawned by the mother figures in many of the colonies that line the ocean floor. The breeding pits in Coral Canyon are actually very well guarded.
Alright. I'm gonna go to bed. And she just and she gets like in between blows and game and gets nice and comfortable. She's like, I'm just gonna
They just kind of curl up and lay on you. Roll me a con save.
Where's the nearest body of water? I'd like to sleep in a way that I actually am comfortable.
Are you asking that to Nivi?
I'm just gonna make a quick check of some kind to see if I can recall
Survival
the general
check.
direction. Okay.
14.
Shit, I accidentally rolled a sleight of hand. Hang on.
Yeah, you're stealing shit.
13.
I knew I couldn't trust you.
So, Wanda, you were able to sleep with the dragons without taking any damage during the night as they cuddle up to you as
What
two
Martha
giant
did.
weighted fucking 2-ton blankets.
They're so great. I want one now, which I do have right now with me.
Tides, what was your survival check?
13.
You're in the middle of an inland, kind of island. The farthest ocean, the
There
closest
should
one.
be a beach.
Yeah, the closest beach to you is like 15-ish miles away.
Is there a sizable wash basin or tub I could sleep in then?
I mean, there's
Likely.
definitely a bathroom here, because Alarsa used it for that one scene.
There is a
Oh, here it
bathtub.
is. Yeah, there's a bathtub right there.
There is a sizable tub and or wash basin. I would
Yeah, go
like
inside.
to fill it with water from Creator Destroy Water.
So as you attempt
And-
to enter the room, the door's locked.
Oh. Fuck. Oh, Oh, there's a key.
As you pass Cordova
Got it.
getting up here, Nier just kind of trots down the stairs and looks at you, Cordova.
Oh, did I leave myself in place?
You left your token at the crux of the stairs.
Oh,
How'd you miss a giant ass token right there?
The dragon's just kind of looking at you.
concentrating on
Hi.
something else. What room's unoccupied?
There
Hynenda's
is
room, this
no-
room, this room.
Oh, Hananda's old room. Yeah, just break the door down. And as it, like, just casually kick the door open, I don't break it down. I'm just gonna use Creator Destroy Water to fill the wash basin, and then just, like, slink out of my suit. Like, if you guys know Legends of Evantris, like, you know, the sci-fi looking one, like a Caboose, the plasmoid, like how he sleeps in a bucket.
Sure.
I don't know, but I can imagine you sleeping in a bucket anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill the wash basin with water, slink out of my suit, and just sit in the slink down into the tub and just spread out a bit, kind of like mold into the shape, like my
Kinda-
tentacles kind of like shift and curl a bit as I
Okay.
get myself comfy.
I'm gonna take a look at each of the rooms and seeing that this one's got the biggest bed. Cordova's gonna like, nah, fuck it. Pretty sure this one's empty.
Yeah, as you enter the room, you kind of just hear like a faint burbling in the water of the wash basin. And if you were to look over, you'd see just Tides, just his suit crumpled on the ground next to it, and just Tides sleeping happily.
While that was going on, Alerce had ordered
Meanwhile, yeah.
Nier is
ordered
gonna
food
quickly-
and drinks, and
Nier's
I'd been
gonna-
waiting for everyone to
Okay.
get bored and come by.
Hold on.
Like in universe, isn't it like past midnight at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
At this
No one
point,
said no.
Nier is gonna hop onto the bed and try to cuddle up with you, Cordova.
Nah, Cordova's not gonna object.
Okay.
You know, fuck it. The dragon gets a wing to sleep with. I'm pulling an Uno reverse.
Okay.
You put a wing on me? Nah, I put a wing on you. You get the lucky.
After a while, she's like made
Here.
little bits of food together to resemble the party members, and has started talking to them in her drunken stupor.
It was like looking like the guy whose birthday
The gang's
party like
all
no one
here.
showed up for.
Damn.
Like you drew faces on all the tips of your fingers, like, oh, the gang's all here.
She's downing another drink, just like, maybe people are right. There is a chance, however slim, that my ironic and detached nature could be misconstrued as jerkiness. Shut up, Tides. Who asked you?
Alright, there could be a chance, like, no matter how slim, my ironic detachment could be misconstrued as jerkiness. Shut up, Tides.
Eventually, what she can't eat, she stuffs in her bag and heads to bed with
You-
instructions for Helios to wake her up early.
You stuff a half burger and a baked apple pie in your bag.
By the way, where was the room that Rexford showed me before that his coffin was in?
This room?
Alright.
You walk in to see that there is a blue coffin, a purple coffin, and a red coffin.
Well, he showed me whichever one it was when he shut me down, trying to sell him one. So she's gonna fall asleep right on top of it.
Okay. Cathal is going to sleep on top of his horse.
I didn't even know
My
he
horse.
slept.
My horse has become my bed. Horse
Well,
bed.
Petahans.
Horns.
Does Cathal pet Hans?
Does what?
Ethel.
Does Cathal pet Hans?
Horns.
Hans?
What does Cathal
Uh,
do in this nightly situation?
He's just sleeping on his
Does he
horse.
pet his horse?
And Biscuit, Biscuit
does
is the
he-
horse's name. Cathal just sleeps and Biscuit just kind of locks his legs up and turns to stone.
Oh, cool. Cathal does sleep. Biscuit
Then,
sleeps
So
too.
yeah, the reason.
Go ahead.
Good.
No, you.
I was gonna let Quinn go first, but yeah, the reason Larissa wanted to be woken up early is because when she is awake, she's going to stand over Hector with a knife and wait for him to wake up.
That's why you want to wake up early?
A little bit.
Scared?
Okay, everybody
Heights,
roll
or-
me. Can everybody take a long rest and roll me a constitution save if you want to wake up early?
Morning has broken.
Well, that's why I was leaving it up to someone else to wake me.
He isn't going to remember that.
Is
voice
Castle
doesn't
gonna
wake up
remember
early.
that?
Cathal's long gone.
Cathal. He's my man.
Alrighty. We shall try.
Huh.
Whoop. Dirty 20.
You're up.
Oh dear.
So do you go outside to... Where's Hector's token?
Remember, Hector was thrown onto the couch.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
you
he's
go
over
over,
there.
you're standing over him, what, with a knife?
Yep.
You gonna try to kill him?
No. Like I said, we just wait till he naturally wakes up.
As you all wake up, Hector just kind of wakes up slowly. He's like, "Oh, hi. You gonna kill me?"
And she says, "Dang, he's awake. Maybe next time then," and walks off.
He says, "No, wait, please come back. No, please, please do it, please, please, please,
Nah.
please,
Don't
please,
wanna wait.
no, please,
That's
come
nice.
back,
Now that he
What?
wants it, she's disgusted.
come back, please. I wanna die. Please, let me die. Let me die."
It's like dropping your cookie in a giant glass of milk. It's like,
Everybody, you wake up.
I just-
Please, no, please, kill me, please. Oh God, kill me.
oh shit, that... Actually, you know what? No, Cordova's gonna find that pathetic too. I just remembered this. Cordova's from Ragnarok.
Meanwhile, Tides wakes up in the bathtub full of water. Just, oh, son of a bitch, you woke up. Ah, hang on. He gets up,
Cordova's
gets in
gonna...
the suit. He emerges from the tub, gets in the suit. Ah. He's conscious, and he woke me up.
Cordova's gonna get up and he's gonna, like, step out the door, like, What, you fucking want to die unironically? Not even in a fight.
Do you walk over to him?
Yeah.
You want? He's not gonna
Move your token.
Fucking. Wabba wabba.
On the
I
whole
bet-
time, just sparring. Just...
I bet.
Waka,
I
waka,
bet.
waka.
I bet. I bet. I bet. I bet.
So, as
I made a
you as you walk your token over to Hector here, are you like approaching him, saying this out loud, or?
Yeah, but not with a weapon, Ron. He's more just like bewildered.
He says to you as he sits up from the couch, "Yeah, I want to die. What's your problem with it?"
Well, like not in a fight or anything.
I've been cursed to keep living, and I've been stolen from my deathly battle 6 times.
Unfortunate.
Okay, you're gonna have to elaborate on that.
After
Fought
I
so many
left,
times.
what'd you say, Wanda?
No, continue.
After I left this sorry sack of a group, back when I got reassigned somewhere else, ran into a few liches, and one of them gave me a nice little organ transplant without my knowledge. He gave me
Ooh.
a phylactery heart.
Elaborate that
So,
one.
What kind of
I
lich
am.
wants a phylactery just running around?
as
I
long
mean,
as
imagine
I
as
keep
like an
living,
experiment.
as long as I continue living, he continues to exist, as one part of his phylactery's not there. However, because I'm considered now non-living, but also not alive, now that I'm not considered undead nor alive, I'm in this nice little fugue state, I can't die. In a
Ah.
traditional sense. You could cut my head off, and it wouldn't reattach itself. Instead, I would just appear to a different body and slowly morph through it, breaking all the bones and mutating ever so painfully until I'm back to myself.
Sounds like a fucked up kind of off-brand revenant.
And so, I have been cursed, stolen out of my battle death 6 times so far.
Okay, have you spoken with any priestly authorities or whatever the hell? Who the fuck would even know about that?
Speak to a priestly authority. We're in a country of the undead that worships the undead and wants everything preserved. As far as they're concerned, they see me as some fucking holy relic.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. But believe it or not, I wasn't exactly transported here on a wagon or anything. Actually, I don't know how the fuck I got here.
Someone thought you would make a nice catch for their office. They drugged you and put you in a birdcage.
More decoration.
Okay, so you got any idea on what kind of people would know about that? Because, if you couldn't tell, I'm not exactly from around here, and, up north, how to put this, no man deserves to be blue-balled like that.
Blue? Bald? He
Don't worry
says
about
he
it, we'll
tilts
talk
his
about it
head like a
later.
lost puppy. That's
Don't
a
worry about that, we'll talk
surfacism
about
that
it
I
later.
don't get. Oh, okay.
If I did know more about it, do you think I'd be here? I don't know shit. And I don't know how I'm gonna know anything more than shit if I don't get my goddamn war on and get this one settled first.
Why not just go under the knife again and switch out your heart?
I'll be one.
My dear friend, have you ever been surgically operated on by a lich before? No, I don't think you have. If my soul is transplanting into each new body, then it doesn't fucking matter what my organs are, now does it?
Well, excuse me for trying to help.
Yeah, like you know very much fish for brains.
The whole time, Wanda was just still sleeping right between her two warm, weighted dragon blankets. She's like, the best sleep. Just, just muttering. Just. No, I don't want one meat. I'm good. I just take this right here. Just muttering random stuff. And then someone has to wake her up eventually. I imagine Kath will be the one.
King Atlan protects, King Atlan protects, King Atlan protects, King Atlan protects.
So what are you gonna do, Alirse?
King Atlan protects, King Atlan protects.
Oh, she already got bored.
Got bored of him.
So, Cordova, what are you doing now that you've heard his story?
That's sad.
Well, unfortunately, it's not like I can do anything about it. In lieu of anything else, you have my sympathy.
Yeah, you're an asshole to people because you can't die. Boo fucking who.
Nah, that's not what I said.
He looks to you, Ty, and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did little Mr. Prissy not get his favorite mommy issue sorted out?"
Eat shit.
Why don't you actually do something in a war for once?
You can do something in the war for once.
Barkeep, give me another drink. I don't want to remember today.
Can't work and drink.
God, I wish I was back in Acadia. Oh God, I wish I was back in Acadia.
Why do you say that?
Or Bowie Bunker. Or Coral Canyon. Or anywhere but here.
Sounds like you need to go sail the high seas.
Yo ho, piracy.
You are a
Yeah.
pirate.
I actually, you didn't hear it from me, but I heard that the next mini arc of the game is going full Yarhar Fiddly D mode.
I heard that the One Piece is real.
The One Piece is real!
I put it where I put it, so you guys had to look for it. Hard.
Yeah. You know, I actually kind of...
I didn't say the next arc was going to be with water. I said there is a ability to sail in this game with water somewhere.
I need to be fully submerged. I need to not have to have my bullshit suit on. I'm learning more of surface culture, which is good, but 90% of the topsiders I've met thus far are complete and utter assholes.
Surface culture, you are aware that there's multiple cultures up here, yeah?
What?
We explained that a few times. He doesn't retain that.
Yeah. Just like clicking this in his canned fish.
There's
There's
more than... What?
Yeah, so...
Sorry. I got a bit of Dane bramage from the last dungeon run.
Yeah, a bit of drain bramage.
Yeah.
We're pretty familiar with that up in Ragnarok. What are we talking about again?
Through my surface culture.
Oh yeah, you know there's more than one culture, right?
Yeah, you said that, and then you said that a solid like 2 seconds ago. You're shucking with me, right? You're pulling my chain, right?
Just a little.
There's just the one. I thought there's just the one.
No.
Oh, I was shucking with you about me having brain damage. I wasn't fucking with you about
You said the thing. You said it deep, folks.
Damn it.
Flip of the tongue. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm never trying that drink again. It felt like I got stung by a king jelly. If there's more than one type of hop cider locale, could we, in the future, travel by a craft of some kind, or otherwise take a means of conveyance to...
Actually, yeah, that's a question. What fucking country is this?
Country?
Never even heard of this place.
Is that like a colony?
Who are you asking?
Open question to the room.
So,
Whoever answer.
I have no idea.
you get the map.
Also, I haven't spent a single clam while I'm here. I just realized that.
Yeah, like, well, what
just-
country even is this place? Like, I've never heard of a place like this.
That
This
is a
actually
good
kind of reminds
question.
me of. This actually kind of reminds me of mammalian monolith with all the remnants of death. Mostly because death. I'd go to mammalian monolith when I was a spawnling to just look around in the sunken wrecks, scav for stuff. Good times. I had an entire
You
my entire
like-
cave dedicated to the collection of stuff that I collected over the course of several years.
you've
Alright,
seen water
Ariel.
freeze before, yeah?
What?
Freeze. Water. Like, have you seen it freeze?
The country that you're in, well, kind of hard to say, but you're in the continent of the called the Fractured Continent, and you're currently in the kingdom of Sluffberg.
I thought we were in the state of panic. Ha, 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 ha.
And I'll get you the map again so you can see what I mean.
Anyway, I'm gonna wake Wanda up by minor illusioning the sound of insects skittering near her ears.
Yeah.
Anyways, like, have you ever seen water freeze? Like, where it gets cold enough to, be liquid?
The spires of death. There's these weird, really cold. It would make the currents turn really cold, and there'd be these big spire things that would like descend from the surface, and would flash, just petrify anything that touches it, and like this thin patina of more of the stuff that the spires of death are made of.
Okay, that doesn't sound like normalized. Anyway,
Oh, fun fact, out of character, that's actually a oceanic phenomena.
Yes,
I shit
know.
you not. That's actually an actual, honest to God, oceanic phenomena.
Yeah.
Ice would slowly, like, flash freeze and descend from the surface in these spires. And that if anything touches it, they flash freeze.
so yeah. Okay. But yeah, if water gets cold enough that it stops being a liquid anymore, it turns hard, like the wood here on this table.
Yeah. I know how stuff like that works.
The farther up north you go towards where I'm from, the more water just does that whenever it's outside.
Huh. What is north?
Oh god, you should
Okay,
know
so
that. You should know what that is.
I don't really
actually,
know
like,
about the
north
cardinal
have to
directions.
navigated.
I've just followed currents. Like, that's why I've been talking about feeling the currents in the room when people are too stressed out.
Okay, so yeah, you know the sun, right? The great big ball of fire on the sky.
The stuff that the thing that makes the glare on the and the weird shifting lights that bounce off the seafloor.
The
And
thing that
the
makes
thing that
the
makes
upper levels of the sea bright,
oh
but like half the
that ah
time.
you know deep folk scholars say it's just this big condensed mass of pyrophilic algae.
Well, if it can fly, then
true?
sure. Anyways, it rises. Cordova's gonna mention like what direction it rises and what direction it sets, because I don't figure like it rising east and setting west is strictly a guarantee in this world.
I don't wait.
He's gonna mention
Oh.
what directions it rises and sets, and then he's going to infer like north and south or east and west. In any case, he's going to infer the other two cardinal directions from there.
I don't. Oh, the cardinal directions.
So that is to say, north is that direction. I'm pretty sure like Cordova's been at least half paying attention to like where the sun's rising and setting. He's gonna say the north is that direction. If you go really, really far in that direction, like it stops doing like rain and like smaller bodies of water stop doing like just being liquid, and like the top hardens for like water that's still, and then for water that comes down from the sky, that comes in like little puffy flakes that are really
Fascinating.
Really
Fascinating.
and where I'm from, the people just live through that.
That although it's fascinating, sounds terrible.
We pass the time by fighting a lot.
Oh,
We fight for funsies.
I know. Oh yeah, like gladiatorial combat. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that before. I've actually bet a few hundred clams on a mantis shrimp before, and I've seen it. I've seen it kick some ass.
So like, do you guys use like actual clams? Like, do they have any say? Like, is it just felt
No,
or like
they're these.
is that just what?
No, they're pieces of metal that are melted down and shaped into these. He pulls out from his bag, pulls out actually a piece of metal that looks like it was originally salvaged from a sunken wreck and like partially melted down and shaped into like something vaguely resembling the cross between a normal coin you see up on the sea where, like normally, and mixed with that, it looks kind of like a clamshell, but it also kind of looks like a coin. These are clams.
Right, fair enough. Should I actually? I guess I still have some on me. Didn't know why they didn't run me for all my gear, but this is the kind of coin that we use up in Ragnarok. And do you reckon like the gold coins would probably have like current and past cons on them?
Sure.
How much do you want to bet that that it says "In Mercule We Trust"
No.
printed on the coin? Actually, you can see on.
What are you asking?
You can see on the clam.
What are you asking about the coins of this kingdom?
About me?
Yeah, were you asking about this kingdom's coins, or?
No, I'm saying that like Cordova came with gold coins on him. Those probably would have still been from Ragnarok.
Yes.
hence why I asked, like, do like
So interesting about the areas of Ragnarfera, because we are kind of like pushing things around a little bit within worlds, but
I'm assuming like wherever it is, it's north.
you would be from Izlovent.
It's 11.
Izlovent, yes.
Actually, you can see printed on the clam
Well,
that Tides is holding.
you
Words
say you're north,
in common.
so in north, I would say you would be from Goro.
Okay.
The words in common printed on the clam he's holding read, King Atlan protects. Casually flips the clam and tucks it back in his coin purse.
Yeah, no, like wherever Cordova's from is from, like northern land that fights for funsies.
Gladiatorial combat is just a casual thing where you're from, right?
I mean,
Where I'm
I don't
from,
think
we just
call it-
hit
I don't
we
think
just
call it
hit
gladiatorial,
anything
we
in the just hit anything in the
Roll
classified in
me a
crustacea.
history check, Cordova.
We just pit crustaceans against each other, make them fight to the death for the amusement of an audience.
Any advantage or disadvantage?
Advantage, because you're
Advantage.
recalling about your homeland.
Well, look at that. It's an 11.
So you remember from your homeland, which is not in the kingdom of Goro, but is definitely kind of like the mountainous region, right? Combat for you guys is a test of strength and is a rite of passage of honor, dignity, and overall prestige of yourself, your self-worth, and how much you attune to what you like. It has all aspects of yourself in it, right? Between your style, your strength, what you do, how you conduct yourself, that kind of thing, right?
Highly ritualized.
Yes. And so people might see it as gladiatorial combat. What you would see as gladiatorial is more so of kind of like a almost stupid form of combat. It's like, okay, you sit around and watch guys do combat and you just see who wins. There's no like pride, there's no culture behind it, there's no fighting style difference, there's no extra things to take, there's no tactician. That's fucking dumb. To your culture, it's more ritualistic in the sense, and through Clash of Iron, you're not supposed to kill each other, you're just testing each other's strength. If the guy dies, that you're more so shunned if he dies, because that means you weren't able to at least somewhat restrict yourself. You're just an animal at that point.
Okay, that makes sense. That implies a culture that has like resource constraints. That makes sense.
Yeah, like you have restraint. You have the ability to hold yourself back. You know when to tide your temper. You know when to like kind of mitigate yourself a bit of how you do things. But if you're just a bloodless animal that just lets loose, that's shameful. Continue.
Look, where I'm from, the we don't exactly like fight to the death all the time. Like, sure, we do combat for funsies, but there's a bit more going into it than that. In a lot of ways, you're representing yourself and where you came from. So,
if you would like an exact area for where you may have come from, would be the mountain range of Traverse Trap, or specifically Hager's Hole.
Well, is it somewhere on the map?
Yeah, so if you look on the map, specifically in the top left corner, I'm adding the tokens as like markers as you guys go, which I'll get you the tokens for, but you're currently in the south.
Yeah.
Right now you would be at number 3, which is the Tavern of Dread. But over in the left side there's Hager's Hole, and over in the far right there is Traverse Trap.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, the map. None of this is labeled.
Yes, I'm giving
Wait,
you the labels.
the text.
I'm getting you the labels.
I zoomed
got it.
and enhanced on a portion of the map and began to see text. It was just really tiny.
Yeah.
The tiny text
Yeah,
is all there.
I saw.
The
I
markers
saw
are
both
just
areas.
specific locations I'm throwing in for stuff. But yeah.
Discord be like that with big images.
Anyhow, I guess like at a game like Cordova isn't like Cordova isn't like fucking like turning code, is he?
No. So, and in your culture for like, are you asking like if you're turning coat on like your culture or anything, or?
I guess like
It seemed like you were saying you were just working with this army long enough to get rid of the world-ending threat, which I wouldn't call turncoating at all, even if they were.
yeah,
enemy
you know what?
nations.
Independent of like possible like crossing
So,
sovereign borders and crap. That is a
within-
very good point. I did say that earlier.
Within your culture and within the world here, within the culture that I'm pre-establishing for your character, even within that region, the whole thing, everything built upon ritualistic battle and such, is like you're not part of Izlovent. If it was, you'd be betraying Izlovent. But no, because you're in the top corners of the map, up there, your kind of culture is built around we are creating warriors for a possible end scenario. We're going to raise you up, make you as strong as possible, as well versed in the world culturally and ritualistically as possible within our own diagram, right? Make you well-rounded, and you can experience the world for yourself, but you will be this strong person that can lend your aid when things get rough. Not that you do so
Okay,
all
in
the
which
time.
case,
You're not a paladin. It's just like when shit really hits the fan, we're gonna have a lot of you spread out around this area so that when shit does hit the fan, everything's not going into complete chaos.
Okay, in which case culturally Cordova is working exactly as intended.
Yep.
That makes sense. Okay, so like up there we I mean like a fight isn't just like letting loose and like carving each other to pieces for no reason or like for the entertainment of others. When you get into a fight with someone, or when you're fighting with your friends and fighting that other group of friends over there, you're representing yourself and how well those who raised you went and raised you. So it isn't exactly like to the death gladiatorial.
Keep talking. Keep interacting with each other. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mhm.
Essentially, what's up?
Continue.
Essentially, the idea is like each of us fights in a certain way, and we do our absolute best to do as well as we can with that. Not becoming so specialized as to, fall over the second that something doesn't interact particularly well with you, but we're encouraged to set out on our own.
I don't want to do anything alone. I want to be with you guys. I was mocked for inventing my reverse diving suit.
Honestly,
I was told I would suffocate. But look at me now.
Honestly, given
Take
that I
that,
have no
depression.
Take that, depression. Honestly, given I have no fucking clue how it works, it's beyond my scope. I I can swing a hammer and make weapons and armor and shit. Not exactly familiar with more mechanically intensive crap like that.
Oh, what? Like the cloud sponge colony in my
No, I'm
chest
back.
cavity of the suit that allows me to produce water? Or the pyrophilic algae coated lionfish spine launchers in my suit? Or the electric eel?
Yeah, so my work actually goes into well, apart from being able to make swords and armor and all that fancy crap.
You're a smithy.
Yeah.
I got smithies back home.
But apart from that, I'm also a runesmith.
Oh?
Now, granted, I'm not exactly able to, well, I mostly do all those runes for myself, and I'm kind of the only one who really knows how to activate them, but
I got something that uses runes. Where I'm from, we just call them glyphs, but I'm gonna pull out the flavor detail of the moon snail shell that I'm gonna be using for the flavor detail of the deep folk glyph etched moon snail shell. That's that I used to create magic circle. And I just place it on the table next to Cordova.
Right. So as for the stuff I did, he's gonna point to like different like weapons and armor pieces and stuff that he has on him. So that one is the one that caused the like those flaming handcuffs to tag along with that crossbow bolt that I fired.
Out of character, I read, and that's when I said, Clanker, I hardly know her.
And this one here, that's what produced that cloud that redirected that other crossbow bolt back towards back towards, well, the guy who made me do it. As for the whole, like, you know, giant thing, I don't know how that works. Like, all I know is just that for some stupid reason I feel more comfortable in my own plume at that size than I do normally.
Can you do anything like my moon snail shell?
What's your moon snail shell do?
It's a flavor detail I use for the spell Magic Circle.
Oh no, I don't do any spell slinging.
I was partial OOC, partial IC.
So, you done with the powwow?
I take the moon snail shell, put it back in one of the many pouches and pockets of my suit.
I take the moon snail shell out back at Old Yeller.
Hey, Wanda, how you
Hey.
feeling?
Wanda legit just kind of shivers awake. Is like, ew, what the fuck? And looks over and sees Al, and then throws something at her. Don't know what. She just throws it at her in reaction.
There was also a minor illusion of a scorpion near your face as you.
And then another reaction to throw something at you. Does that change my action? No.
Well, I congratulate you all on making a session happen in one room.
RP.
Yeah.
It's the whole RP day. Yay.
A DM's dream.
Yeah.
It is the end of session. Do you wish to continue
Yeah.
or stop here?
I would
We can
love to
end
keep
here.
going, but
We can
I'm
end
perfectly fine
here.
with it being a stopping point.
Wappa wappa.
I'm
Yeah,
also
I got-
fine.
I
As
got to
long
learn
as
a
everyone
bit
else is.
about I got to learn a bit about surface culture, and I got to teach someone a little bit about deep folk culture.
You also burned your mouth away. And your
Yeah.
tentacles. And you
Now,
learned.
during
Oh,
that
yeah.
period, did he try tasting himself?
When he said it felt
Ew.
like he was his throat was stung by a king jelly, he meant a very large, like a sizably large jellyfish.
Yeah, I got that.
I'd be fine with continuing. I just don't know what direction we'd continue in.
I
I'm
assume
asking,
out the door.
are
Yeah,
you
after
wishing
this,
to
we'll just wake
continue,
up.
or do you wish to stop here? However, Quinn, I do know that you have stuff, so
Yeah, I work in the morning.
I'm
Imagine
assuming.
having a life outside of D&D.
Imagine
I wouldn't mind.
Disgusting.
having a job and your DM's like,
Contributing to society.
oh, I wish.
To be fair, I have a job too. It's just that Tuesday and Wednesday are usually my